Hello Altos, welcome to your learning session for this week. We're going to have a look at two things. We're going to have a look at Whose Woods, the second half of Whose Woods, and then we're going to have a look at Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Let's jump straight in there, and we're going to look at what happens immediately after the first verse of Whose Woods is over. I don't know if you remember, but it goes like this at the end of the first verse. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. That's where we got to learning last time. Once you get to that point, you're going to hold the note that you sing on the word year for a long time. Darkest evening of the year. Quite a long time, eh? So you hold it until a full cycle of the tenors and basses initial groove that returns at this point in the piece. And then you do what you did in the first verse. Na 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 na. All right? So in effect what you're doing after you hold your long note on year, it's just like it is in the beginning. Should we, at the very beginning of the piece, should we have a look at that? So you're holding the note, and then you're doing what you did at the beginning. And then you're into the second full verse. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. So it's the same tune as the first verse, where you were singing, whose woods these are, I think I know. Here in the second verse you just sing, he gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. Going on, it's the same still. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. Two notes on the word to. I have promises to keep. And in this verse there's also a pause on the word keep. Keep. 3 beats. And miles to go before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep. And then you repeat that final section. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. And miles to go before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep. So that's the same music as there is in the first verse and the second verse. Let's do all that together. So we're going to go from the end of the first verse into the na-na-na-nas, into the second verse.
Frozen lake, the darkest evening of the He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there
Lovely.
And miles to go before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep.
Lovely. Good. Well, have a go at singing that when we all come back together. But for now, could you have a look at Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas? Which some of you have done before. Some of you have done before a long time ago. So let's have a good reminder of what this is. So you probably know the old, Nat King Cole version. Of course, you're an alto, so you have a different tune. Listen to it. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Let's have a look at that then. So the first phrase bounces up and down, and the second one opens out. Goes up. Have a listen. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. And then you have 4 notes the same. From now on our troubles will be out of sight. So at the end there's a chromatic drop of 4 notes on the word sight. Sight, sight. Fun, eh? Have a listen to that whole phrase. From now on our troubles will be out of sight. Let's go from the beginning. Let's go for it. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. 3, 4. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, troubles will be out of sight. Now the good news is that little phrase, or for you, happens 3 times in the piece. Well, actually 4 because there's also a repeat. So it's the same in the second bit of the piece. The words here being have yourself a merry little Christmas, make the Yuletide gay, from now on our troubles will be miles away. That's where it changes. The first 2 phrases, have yourself a merry little Christmas, make the Yuletide gay, have the same notes as the first time you heard it for have yourself a merry little Christmas, let your heart be bright. So let's have a look at this. Have yourself a merry little Christmas, make the Yuletide gay. And it's nearly the same. From now on our troubles will be miles away, miles away. So you've got 2 miles away, is there? And I'll sing that for you. From now on our troubles will be miles away, miles away. Let's do it all the way up to there, from the beginning. 2, 3, 4. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Listen. From now on, troubles will be miles away, miles away. And then that takes us into the ooh section, because the tune, here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore, is given to the tenors And the next phrase is then given to the basses. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. You won't sing the tune there, and you will just sing ooh in the first bit. So you're going to get this. So that's chromatic down. Then repeat the note. Let's sing it together. And with the tune. And then you've got to take a big step up for this note. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Oh, so tricky. So faithful friends who are dear to us. That's quite easy. Let's do faithful friends, but listen to the tune. It states on one note, gather near to us, but drops down on the second note in the syllable us. Gather near to us once more. Really tricky, but easier with the harmony around you. Gather near to us once more. Yeah. Let's do faithful friends. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together if the fates allow. Same tune, yeah. Nearly finished. And a shining star upon the highest bough, highest bough. So that's tricky again. Shining star upon the highest bough. Just try that one. So this is the, if you like, the third bit of musical material, the third time you hear the kind of main tune, the tag of which in the third time is different to the second and the first time. And a shining star upon the highest bough, highest bough. And then you fall down another semitone. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now, Christmas now. We won't try and do the end of the piece today because we're out of time now, but just have a go one more time from Through the Years We All Will Be Together. Through the years we all will be together if the fates allow. And a shining star above the highest bough, highest bough. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now. And let's try and do up to that point from the beginning. Here we go. Have yourself a merry little Christmas, let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. and then you're back to the U's, and it's pretty well the same to the end. But anyway, that's an introduction to that. We'll finish off doing it next week, and I'll see you back in the main room for a sing through with everyone.